coupon, so why not?
You guys ready?
Ready.
All right. So welcome everybody for our December Climb to Success. You will notice that we have a third person on this month because we have our newest director, Tiffany. Congrats, girl.
Thank you.
She's wearing her director shirt too, so everyone can see him.
Woohoo!
So tonight we're going to talk about a couple things, mainly about finishing the year strong and starting January out strong as well. We're in crunch time with our businesses, so tonight we're going to figure out how to continue having good sales through our shipping cutoff date, and then again after that as well. So first, I think we wanted to go over some things that we're going to be doing, announcement-wise, company-wise, and team-wise. So obviously promotions last November, we had 15 total promotions on our team.
There was a ton. Some double promotions too.
Oh, yeah. A lot. So congrats to everybody who did. I think we ended up having like 7 girls who had over $2,000. That's huge.
Awesome.
Actually, Mary Rose texted me today because she did over 2, but she said thank God because she got her daughter's dance costume bill in, and it's $455.
Oh my God.
They're ridiculous.
Wow.
So, team Christmas party. We as in I delayed getting it out until yesterday, but it's going to be December 20th from 1 to 4 at Jenna's house. And if you guys don't know where Jenna, can you tell everyone how centrally located you are?
I'm like, I don't know, imagine a triangle between Delaware, New Jersey, and Pennsylvania, or even Philadelphia. I'm like right smack in the middle of most of the team, I feel.
Absolutely. She honestly, if you're in
like 5 minutes south of the Common Barry, about 10, 15 minutes from the Delaware Memorial. And how many from the bridge you come over?
Me, probably like 15 from
More
Philly.
The bridge.
But if you're coming from Delaware or Chester County, honestly, it's not a bad drive at all. It's
Super
really good.
easy. Lots of parking. You don't have to parallel park.
No, you don't. It's great.
But if you did, I would help you out.
Oh, that's great. So in the next week or so, we're going to put out a sign-up list on the team page for food and stuff. But it's going to be pretty casual, just us hanging out and having fun. So definitely try and come to that because it's going to be awesome.
I know. I sure hope our entertainment is coming this year. Regina.
Is she coming? Did she reply? I feel like she said she couldn't come.
I don't know. I heard that was hilarious last year.
Tiff, you're coming, right?
Yeah. No, I'm not going to come. Of course I am. Jenna's only like 20, 25 minutes from me.
Yeah, it's really not bad.
I
No, it's an easy
went out
thing.
to college past you. I went all the way out to Cabrini, which is almost at King of Prussia. It's not a bad drive.
Mm-mm.
All highway.
No, it's not bad at all.
So
Plus,
then,
it'll be worth it once you get here. You're going to have fun.
Yeah.
what if it goes over 4 o'clock? We good?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay, good.
Nothing planned that day. My calendar says Sensi Team Party.
Perfect. Okay, so we have, if you haven't seen, we have our Christmas cutoff date, which is December 17th, and that's per Sensi Corporate. So what they're saying is that they're ensuring that
As long as the orders are placed by the 17th.
they should leave the warehouses in time. They can't guarantee what UPS is going to do. If there was going to be a freak snowstorm and it held the orders up, they can't guarantee. But as far as Sensi goes, they will have it out by the 17th. I know a lot of orders are shipping crazy fast right now.
Oh, I have orders from the sale that already shipped, like 2 days ago.
Yeah, I had some delivered today.
Uh-huh.
So my suggestion is if you are taking orders, and this is totally a personal thing, but this is my plan. Any orders after the 15th that I get are going to be direct shipped because I don't want to, say I place it on the 17th, right, and it gets here on like the 23rd or Christmas Eve. I don't really want to be driving around delivering orders to people. So because that's my family time with my Christmas, you know, so I'm going to have things direct shipping to people. I haven't decided. Some of them I might cover, some of them I might not. If they do pay shipping, I might throw in a Scent Circle or mail them something, thank you. They will continue shipping things after the 17th of the month. They just aren't guaranteeing that it'll be there by Christmas. And then another thing is be sure to keep watching the back order list. It's fairly short right now, but little things there. I think Luna washer whiffs are on there. There are, I think, 1 or 2 warmers on there. So do be sure to continue to watch that, because that is something that if you're hoping that something is going to come in quickly, it will hold your orders up. So be sure to watch that list as we get closer to Christmas as well. World Tour is happening in February.
Woohoo!
Jenna and I are both going to go to DC and New York. Tiff, where are you going?
I'm just going to DC.
That works?
Yep.
It's going to be an awesome time. Registration for both those locations is still open, so if you guys have not registered yet, definitely be sure to. Tiff and Jenna, both you guys went last year. It was your first time.
Mm-hmm.
What was your biggest takeaway, and why would you tell people to go?
Oh, yeah, I guess it was my first time because the first year it got snowed out.
Right.
So bummed. It's, I'm chewing a pretzel. Let Tiff talk first and then I'll chime in. I'm sorry.
Tiff, why should people go?
Well, one, I think they're going to want to go first off because you're not going to want to sit at home and watch the pictures. You're going to get annoyed.
Mm-hmm.
It is. It's going to annoy you. You're going to be like, oh, I have to go. I wish I should have gone. And why are you going to sit there and wish when you could have been there? Like, people carpool, all that stuff. You get to meet everyone. I know there's people on my team who I haven't met in person. So you got to do that. I mean, that was fun for me. But I think what I took away last year, and I didn't expect to take away, was one of the people who were talking doing the breakout sessions. They, it honestly, I don't even know what the word to say is, but it totally changed my business. I know you two know that, and Beth knows that. But from listening to Jen on that speak,
You had your aha moment.
I did. I finally had my aha moment. Let's kick this into overdrive. Let's go. And I did.
And then you went to convention.
Yeah. And I honestly didn't expect to have that at, which was last year's Spring Sprint. And getting to be able to touch the products and see the products and take pictures of the products, which I know we're not supposed to show people early, but my like core group of customers, I truly showed early.
Why not?
It made them feel special.
I think seeing the product, number one, because they couldn't. They picked these times for a reason. You know, you're in a tough month. The catalog's been out for almost 6 months. So it's a nice pick me up before the new stuff comes out. But you get to see everything in person. You get to see.
For those who haven't been around, February is when World Tour is, and March is when the new catalog comes out. So what they're saying is, at World Tour, we get to see all the stuff from the new catalog.
Mm-hmm. But like, if a customer goes, you know, what does this warmer really look like? Is it more of a green or more of a gray? Well, you know what? I saw that at Spring Sprint or World Tour, and it really is more green than it is gray.
And people like the real pictures.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but just getting excited, getting the new ideas, the training, getting to meet the team that you might not like. I haven't met some of my recruits, you know. I've met my personal recruits, but I don't know everyone's downline. So it's nice to meet the girls. And then we did a team dinner afterwards, and that was fun.
That was a lot of fun.
Nice little investment for your business, and you're getting that product kit, which is always awesome. So you're getting your money back. The whole thing is a write-off. This is a fun day, and you get excited. And Orville and Heidi visited us at the last
I was
one.
going to say, and we met Orville and Heidi.
We got our pictures with them. I think, honestly, so I have seen what the breakout topics are for this year, and it looks like they are heavily focusing on recruiting and hostessing and getting your host and doing follow-up. And I know from having conversations with a lot of our team that that is what people want to learn. I know that that's what we've discussed focusing on in the new year. So it's going to be huge. And I think I'm going to say that a couple times tonight, but if you show up, you go up. So what that means is if you show up to these events, you show up to the trainings, you're going to get more motivated, and you're going to keep working your business, and you're going to slowly go up the ladder in the company. So I think Tiff definitely, after going, this is my personal opinion, but after going to Spring Sprint last year and getting that energy, that she totally focused on her team, going to convention, same thing, and then now she's director. And I really think that seeing the stuff in person helps a ton. Are you guys? It looks like you froze.
No, I'm just sitting still.
Okay. All right. So World Tour. I know it's on both those locations on a weekday. We do have a bunch of girls who are all over the country, so I don't know what days of the weeks your dates are, but if you can go make it happen, I'm telling you, it is worth it, okay?
No excuses.
We carpooled, so I can pile 7 total into my truck, so I can take 6 more passengers.
I think right now we have a total of 12 girls, but that's split between New York and DC.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll figure it out closer to. All right, January, our Bring Back My Bars are going to go on sale. We just heard the list of scents last month, so if you haven't seen that, not last month, last week. If you haven't seen that, go into your news tab. You guys can see the new scents that are on there. There are going to be different packets. Well, starting December 21st, you can order all 20 bars for $85. I know for some people that is steep. I will say personally that it is an investment in your business. January, if you let it be, can be a slow month, but by having these bars, you're going to sell them. If you don't have them, people aren't going to smell them, they aren't going to sell them, or they aren't going to buy them. So Jenna had a really good idea. Her and a couple of her girls are going to go in for it, and I'd be more than happy to, we can all figure this out, but getting a bunch, well, Jenna, you
What
you're doing with the Bring Back My Bars?
Yeah, I was going to, because a lot of my customers look forward to them and they can't wait to smell them, and it's hard to judge how it's going to smell just based off the descriptions, even though they're pretty accurate. So I was planning on buying them anyway. So I was going to buy the bundle for the $85, and then anyone who was interested in getting this scent so their customers and their team can smell them. I have a ton of mini testers, so I was thinking of just melting all the bars down and making actual testers from the mini testers out of the scents. So I figured we could throw $5 in, you would get all 20 cents or something like that. I don't know. Depends how many people.
It's an awesome idea. I don't want to put Jenna out because she was going to do that for her and her team, but if there is enough... I
believe I only have 3 people so far that showed interest. I can double check. I'm trying to find the post. Yeah, I only have 3
That's
people.
That's an awesome way to be able to smell the scents without spending the $85.
For $5, I guarantee you're going to sell at least 1 bar from that.
Absolutely. And if you do get all 20 for $85, if you just use them for smelling purposes and don't make samples or testers out of them, you can turn around and sell all 20 bars for $100. So
I was just going to say that. I did that the one year. Yeah. I bought the bars, and I didn't melt them down as testers. I took them to all the parties that I did, and I even took them around to my work that I used to work at. And I not only got orders from them, but I sold them at future events.
Well, and I will also say, this is a really good round of Bring Back My Bars, so you're probably going to like the majority of them.
I've always sold at least a couple 6-packs, not all to one person, but just in general and together.
Yeah.
I'll typically go and I'll buy a 6-pack myself, and then I'll bring those or send them around, and people buy from the 6 that I picked. So I'm thinking if I have all 20, they'll buy from all 20.
Well, and once it does go live on January 1st, December 21st, all consultants can order the 20-pack. If you don't want to get all 20, on January 1st, you can order a 6, a 12, or a 20-pack if you want to do it that way to cut the cost down some too. But honestly, there is the warmer of the month that is happening. It's the little heart-shaped warmer. If you're not in love with that, maybe don't do warmer of the month this month and do the Bring back my bar sampler instead.
I'm in love with it.
Kristen, where are you seeing the 12-pack? I only saw the
In the
single bars, a 3-pack, or the 20-pack. And the 6 bars.
I know in previous years they offered the 312.
They did the 12-pack, I think, 2 times ago, but they didn't do it last time.
Oh, well, maybe I'm crazy then.
I'm looking at the thing, and it's $5 for a bar, 3 for $14, 6 for $25, or all 20 for $85.
I'm crazy then.
Oh, it's $102 Canadian. Jesus.
Yeah. And they have to pay shipping on that too.
What?
I said they have to pay shipping on that too.
I'm telling you, they have to get paid more than we do.
And the tax is like 12%.
That's insane.
It is.
Can we attach that bundle to a party, or is it only?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm fairly positive. I'm not 100%, but I'm pretty positive that's how you order it, is to a party, because otherwise it's not available on your PWS, and it's not through the family store. So
unless you do individual order.
For that.
Is that like January?
Hey, I'll take a party and create one myself.
You get PRV off of it, so it's a win-win.
It's technically not costing you the full $85.
Right. Okay. December. So I'm pretty sure between the 3 of us, this will be my 4th. This will be Jenna's 3rd and Tiffany's 3rd. Because Tiff, you joined right before Christmas. Yeah. So
I joined in January.
Did you?
Yeah, when it was the shooting.
Oh, that's what I was gonna get at. Jason Harwood from Home Office hinted at this yesterday on the director call, but then had to backtrack and say that he doesn't have confirmation on it yet, but he more or less said we will have double host rewards, double half-price host rewards in January. We don't know the extent on if that can work on diffusers or not. So there's that special you can work on to get hostesses with. Also, typically we have a January join special for recruits.
Free shooting star enhancement kit for selling 500.
Every time, but that's what it has been. Mm-hmm. So I imagine that's what it'll be.
Did he clear up what they're doing with the half price for the diffuser? Is it still just 2?
No, he didn't really know. He said it, and then on the director page later, he was like, "Oh, well, I don't really have confirmation." So,
he got himself.
They don't post that stuff till later.
Right. We'll know closer to New Year's. But so keep that in mind too.
I'm telling my customers who are contemplating a party, I'm saying, don't quote me for this, but in the past they've always done double hostess reward month in January.
Perfect.
But don't hold me to it, because they do change things up, but I can't see them not doing it.
Right.
Because it's such a great incentive.
Like I was saying, the 3 of us have been through quite a few Decembers. So we want to offer some of our ideas to you guys to help you make this your best month yet. Obviously, our cutoff is the 17th, so that leaves us with kind of like a half month to sell. Honestly, as a team, you guys are rocking it. And I know a lot of people are sitting on orders too. So we are already setting up for a huge month. Here are some ideas for you guys to have some last-minute Christmas orders. And then also past that Christmas cutoff, what can you do for your business then? If you guys have a decent amount of inventory in stock, it is not too late to do a last-minute Christmas open house. Do a stop and shop, have people come over for a couple hours one day, open up your home, and market it on Facebook, show pictures of not necessarily your stock because that is out of compliance, but pictures of ideas of gifts. Jenna created a couple pictures of some gift baskets that were really awesome.
I cannot even tell you how many of these I have done. It's a plug-in and it's a bar in a 97-cent box from Walmart, and in the bottom, this one's wrapped ready to go. This is just the bag that the orders are shipped in. But underneath the grass, I have the grass in there. I have my business card and a product sheet, and then there's like a little pine cone. It's kind of hard to see, but it's a scented pine cone. I just had a lady order 10 of these for an office.
That's awesome.
The fact that I was gifting it like this, seal the deal. My card's in there, so I know they're getting all my information. And I just had a friend she had to do a $30 Pollyanna. Made the same thing, and I threw the scented ornament in there. She called me up, and it was the elephant one, so you could, the silent elephant or something, where you could keep sealing the gift. She said the Scentsy was stole the entire time. And the person who got it had to do another Pollyanna, so she wanted to know where she got this, so I got 3 more out of it.
I have a Pollyanna coming up, and I can tell you that I have not bought that gift yet, and I'm sure most people are like that. So if you do what Jenna does, show people an example and that you have some, you will get hit up for that.
Yep. I just had her over tonight getting the other 3.
So, awesome idea. You could do an email blast if you are in the challenge group. That was yesterday's challenge, was to do an email blast to all of your customers. Let them know that they can order up until the 17th. A lot of direct sales companies or even small businesses, their Christmas cutoffs are this week. So most people might assume that yours is the same. But we have an awesome company, an awesome shipping department.
31 was saying theirs was the 7th or something like that.
Yeah. It's insane. So we are blessed with the deadline that we have. So take full advantage of it and let people know. Maybe next week sometime, send another reminder email. Hey, last week to order, get your orders in. Again, with the whole, as soon as it gets to the 17th, if you don't want to do home deliveries on Christmas Eve, then just have it direct shipped. I don't think it would be insane for people to pay shipping at that point because I think they understand.
I don't think so either.
If you have seen it, there's been a couple pictures on Facebook floating around of like little cute packages, clear bag with a room spray and a scent circle. Those make
yes, man. You better hook them up.
I feel so bad for mine. He goes up a huge hill with like heavy boxes.
Oh, your mom's driveway is insane.
Yeah.
It's awesome. He always puts my packages, if it's raining, under the overhang. The one day it was pouring and I had my garage cracked. Totally forgetting about it, and I got this ding to my phone saying my package was delivered. I look at both doors, it's not there. I'm about to call UPS, and then I see it sitting in my garage. He pushed it under my door into my garage so it wouldn't get wet.
That's awesome.
I know.
But the room spray scent circle things, those make perfect little gifts for bus drivers, teachers' assistants who might be in your kids' classrooms. But if you show people the idea of the gift you can give, you're going to get orders and sales for it. Also, Mary Rowe did a party just based off of this. I'll have her post some pictures in our team page because she made some really cute tags to go with these. But it's just little things that don't cost a lot. So you can definitely post pictures of those on your Facebook.
A ton of you have those room sprays that you probably haven't ever used from your Scent of the Month kit. So that's an easy way, something you already have and already paid for, and you can sell it for the $8 that it's worth, plus the tax, if you like.
The only one I have left is, because I use it for host gift or door prizes at parties, but I have blessings because I'll feel awful giving that to somebody. I think I need to throw it out.
Look at Tiff's face. I believe Beth Summers like that.
I can't do it.
I sold all of mine.
What?
Yeah, I had one party. It's funny because at parties, they all gravitate towards a specific scent, and a customer will be like, I love this, and then she'll get everyone else to smell it, and they all tend to buy it. There's always a favorite scent at a party, and there was this one party where they all wanted blessings. I was like, yeah, because I'm getting rid of it.
No.
I can't.
No.
All 8 bars, because I always melt down 2 for samples, so I had 8 to get rid of.
All right, so you guys saw me post this picture. Allison Dalkey actually posted an idea of a tech sale earlier today, and I wanted to message her, but figured I'm a nobody, and she's not going to answer me. But another director that I'm friends with was able to get a hold of her and figured out what she was doing for the tech sale. So you guys saw the one picture I posted earlier today, and I made this so that you guys, because the other ones I saw had names on it, so I don't know if you can see it or not, but this one, it's on the, you can't see it, it's on the team page. It's general, anyone can use it, but so it says Christmas tech sale. And the way that this works is, it's all personal specials, essentially, or stock. And so Obviously, you cannot put it out there in the public, but a text sale is something different for people that they have not seen, so they're going to be intrigued and interested. So you're going to post that picture, and you're going to tell them that if they text you or message you with their phone number, when your sale goes live, you will message them with personal special. Now, you do not need to do one personal special. If you have a brand new person who has never bought from you before, you could do like a warmer and bar special just for them. Or if you have a bunch of like customers who buy all the time, you could do that 10 for $36 bar special and say, hey, do you think you could find things to do it too? If you have a bunch of warmers in your stock, right? Say it's a $35 warmer, you could sell it for $30, especially if it's any holiday ones you want to get out. Offer that. Each person can be different. It does not need to be the same thing. But again, it would be any personal special. Any of those ideas that we have from the Black Friday, you could use those too. But Allison specifically is doing from her personal inventory and offering specials on that. So you guys can really do whatever you want, but by having it through text message, you're opening the individual lines of communications with that customer. You're building a relationship, and you could always get an upsell or a sale from another person, or a party, or a recruit. You don't know. Anything could really happen. So I thought that that was an awesome idea.
You should know your customers pretty well. So you could probably tailor a special towards them.
Absolutely.
I have several that are obsessed with bars, so maybe offering, get out, dog. With a 10 for, how much was the 10 bundle for? Huh?
10 for 36. It was 35 with the old host rewards, but with the new host reward, it's 10 for 36. And that's if you get 9 people to participate. Or no, 7 people to participate. If you get 8 people, it's 37.
Maybe we can post the breakdown of that again, because I think that's a great deal, especially around this time.
Right.
A couple bars and stocking stuffers.
That's actually, too, another good deal even to do during Bring Back My Bar, too. If people want to try a bunch.
That's what I do.
Because you can get the 85, the 20 for 85, that's a pretty good deal on it, right?
Yeah. But if you're offering that 10 for 36, right?
Mm-hmm.
7 people to do it. If one person does 2 10-packs, that's 70. So that saves them 15. Versus if they just ordered straight 20. But again, it's if you have more people to do it and it's your personal special. So Mary wrote, I don't know why I keep shouting her out. I'm not being partial, I promise people. She had a personal special sale on Black Friday. She did over $500. And she just offered personal specials. She spent no money out of pocket. She actually made $75, and she got a ton of free product for herself, too. So there are some awesome ways you can do it, but it requires you working it and contacting people. And if you're not doing that, then you're not going to get the orders. All right, so what are we going to do after the shipping cutoff, which is the 17th? You can, again, offer your stock, but really push gift cards. I know a lot of people are interested in the way that these work. People can buy a gift card off of your website. The catch is that
I always make the personal ones.
I absolutely make the personal ones. The ones on your website.
I haven't yet to have anyone redeem the personal ones yet. Just saying.
On your website, you don't get the PRV until they redeem it. And they can redeem it with any consultant. It does not have to be you. So if someone asks me about a gift card, I am going to give them a personal one. Now, what I do typically is I have like an 8.5 by 11 paper. I have Christmas paper I bought at a store. If you don't have Christmas paper, you could just put like a cute border on it and then put some verbiage on there. I can post an example. But really, it's just make sure you specify that they can only spend it with you. And let them know that it is not available to be used online, that they have to contact you to use it. You can, when you actually give it to the person who's buying it, you can include a catalog with it, obviously have all your information with it. Some ways to make sure that it doesn't get counterfeited, although I really don't think anybody is going to do this, but instead of just printing your information on it, put your label on it, and that prevents someone from just photocopying it. At least with the label, you know it's raised off of the paper. Number your gift card. So say you have 5 people come to you and they want gift cards, right? Number them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then that way, when someone goes to redeem it, you can mark it off your list. I keep an Excel spreadsheet where I register them all on it. I know I have different columns on there, but I have who purchased it, what the gift certificate number is, the amount, and then I have a blank space for when they redeemed it. So like Jenna said, some people take forever to redeem it, right? But then also when you go to, say someone does redeem it and you go to use it, you can use it as a host reward. So now you've made the cash off the gift card, and when you go to put it in, if you have host rewards available, you can get that for free. I also use these gift cards for, if I'm doing a donation basket, this is what I give out. I've done this 3 times in the last 6 months, and only 1 person has come to me to actually cash in on that gift card. So instead of just giving someone a warmer bars, of which they might not even like.
And I'll give you that extra contact with them, too, so you have to, like, talk with them.
Exactly. Which is huge.
It's probably off topic, but I don't think a lot of girls know that we can attach PWS orders that weren't attached to a party. You have to call and tell them that it's supposed to go under a party, but I had a couple people during the sale not attach it to the sale party that I had created.
They still let you?
Yeah, and there's not a number on it.
It was just approved, and they said they were doing it on a case-by-case basis, so I didn't do it with my sale ones because I thought that they would realize it was me being greedy and wouldn't do it.
Yeah, I didn't do it either.
Oh, I did. I got a lot of hostess rewards out of that, too.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm. That's another good way to build your stock.
Do you guys have any other ideas for people as far as what they can do in the next week or 2 for Christmas?
Just follow up. I have gotten a lot better at that, and almost every time I follow up with someone, they need bulbs or something else, so doesn't hurt to ask.
And a lot of time a follow-up doesn't have to be salesy. So you can literally just genuinely be following up to make sure they're liking their product, and if they need any,
well, I don't follow up and say, hey, do you need more? I just say, hey, I'm just calling to see how you're making out with your Scentsy. If you need any bulbs or bars, just let me know. Always putting orders in. Sorry, I'm cutting. That's why I'm not looking at the screen. Trying to multitask. Because you said gift certificate, and that reminded me because I had someone just buy one.
Awesome.
For a Pollyanna.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's another great way, too, because right now a lot of work and schools and cheer organizations, unfortunately, are doing Pollyannas. And I think marketing to that right now is going to be what's going to boost your PRV. Because people need it quick, they want it fast, and if you can make something like Jenna made, you're going to have it in the bag. I mean, it's there. It's no work.
You make it effortless for them, and people want it to be easy. And I posted these things online so the guys can see an idea of what to get their girls. Because Sarah Christie, she actually said that's how she got her first Scentsy. She, I think, tagged her husband or sent her husband a picture. She said, all I wanted for Christmas was, I believe it was the Aspen Grove warmer, so he had to figure out a way to get it.
Shut up.
But if you put it in a gift basket and you're putting the idea there, all the guy has to do is pay for it. And let's be real, they like simple.
Yeah. If you make a lot of those gift baskets, $25 and under, then you're going to be more successful with it.
My little gift basket, the one with the plug-in, the bar, the grass, the basket, all that, all said and done, I say it's a flat $28 because the basket costs $1 plus all the other stuff and tax and everything. I'm not making anything off the extra stuff. I'm just breaking even with that, but I'm making PRV off of the plug-in and the bar. But they have no problem paying that.
No, not at all.
Mm-mm.
They're like, oh, $28? Oh, I'll take it.
It's an awesome idea.
Mm-hmm.
If you make any more, or bigger ones, will you post them? So that
actually, I have one right here. It's missing. This is. Hold on. Let me figure out how to position this. It's the Let It... I'm being, like, challenged here. What the frig?
We can see it for the most
There
part.
we go. So it's a Let It Snow warmer. It's got 2 silver bells, and it would have 2 winter cypress, but someone needed those. It's got 2 pine cones, a bunch of grass, my business cards, the scent of the month, Broom Soraya winter cypress, and then I made the little ornament with washer whiffs in it. And then underneath the grass, you're gonna find my my pamphlet with my story and stuff in it, a product sheet, or no, not a product sheet, the brochure, more business cards, a bunch of stuff. So, I mean, it's a nice basket. It's reusable. So
Looks awesome.
when I take my warmer out to use it, I'm going to take all the grass out because the grass makes a mess. And then you're going to surprise you've had all my information underneath the grass. But in the event you don't take the grass out, I stuck my business card inside the warmer too because it's a 2-piece warmer. So you're going to have to pull that out. And then on the tag of the washer whiffs, this one doesn't have it on there, but I stick directions to the washer whiffs on the thing. These are $1 at AC Moore. So the basket's a little bit more expensive, but some people are doing, like Tiff said, for like cheer organizations. Someone has to do a donation basket, I think, for a church. So she messaged me. She goes, I love that basket. She goes, can I get one? Sure thing. I'll drop it right off for you. And she had no problem writing a check out for the total. And that one was, I forget how much I said it. I think it was, I calculated it all, but the basket and the grass, the full bag of grass, everything. It was just a couple extra dollars, but it was still under $70.
It looks awesome. It's really good.
It does. It's an eye catcher for sure. And you can do it with any warmer. I just like the silver and the white stuff going on.
And it offers them, that specific basket offers them so much because it's giving them a try at the washer whiffs, it's giving them a room spray, and then the bars and the warmers. Like, I think that's great.
Oh, I cannot cut straight.
Okay, so now getting past Christmas, so as we're ending this year and starting a new year, I want to go over how to really end strong. Well, I guess we kind of just talked about that. How to start strong. So I think that there's, and anybody who makes a New Year's resolution and breaks it will totally get this. A lot of people think that there's just magic behind January 1st. And yes, it's a new year. There's a fresh start. A lot of people think that, right? But there is nothing stopping you from doing that any time of the year, let alone now. A lot of people already have this fresh idea in their head. And every single day you have the ability to wake up and make the choices about your business, your personal life, your family, whatever it is that you want to do. There's nothing different about today and January 1st. So I bring this up because in this business, I think it's truly, there's a very heavy emphasis on personal change and personal growth. And I know I did not realize that for a very long time when I first started my business. And maybe you haven't necessarily realized it, but if you look back and think about the things you've learned or the habits you've started since you've had your business, you'll see that personal change and growth has come from it. So maybe you're looking back over the last year and you're saying that you didn't accomplish the things you wanted to do, or you didn't have the parties or the sales that you wanted, and that's totally fine. But my question to you is, how are you going to make 2016 look different for you? So in order to do that, you're going to need to do things different than you did last year. So like I said, you do not need to wait until January 1st to start these things. A lot of people have the tendency to say, you know what, this year's almost over, it's the holidays, I'm just going to coast for right now and wait until January. But the issue with that is that if you want to make significant income from this business, then it's vital that this business becomes a part of who you are and the way that you live your life and the way that you do things on a day-to-day basis. If I wait to pick back up in January, if I just kind of like coast through that time, I'm going to miss out a huge chunk of change. And not only that, but I know personally I've done this, and I've seen other people do it, where they kind of just give up on December and they say they're going to start fresh in January, and then come January 1st.
Do that because you're going to put yourself in a rut.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And I think all three of us, and I know me, it probably happens to me every other month, I get spent. And I am...
Never burned me, for sure.
Yeah, burnt. So one of the things I'm going to go over is how to take a break, but take a healthy break and make it purposeful as well. So part of that break that you're going to take has to do with the mindset. So you're not just going to necessarily switch off your mindset on December 17th and say that you're done, but instead you're going to, I'll get to it in a second, about what your thought process is going to be like. So when you signed up for Scentsy, you signed up to be a business owner, and that is what you are. Now, a lot of people treat it as a hobby or do it for just to bring in like an extra $100 or $200 a month, and that is totally fine. Absolutely fine. That's why I had signed up. But if you're in it and you want to make more significant income, or you have big goals that you want to accomplish, then there's no reason to start waiting to set your goals. You need to plan now so you can prepare for what is to come. I don't know that I really vocalize this, but I am a huge advocate for break taking. I think some of you will notice that from time to time I will go more quiet, and then I'll come back and I will make 10 posts on the page, and you guys will be like, oh my god, overload. But a lot of the time, those posts, the overload happens after I've taken a mini break, because I'm just spent and I need to reevaluate where I am in my business and figure out where I want to go and how am I going to get there.
I had to take one after the sale.
That's what I did. I took all weekend.
I did too. I haven't done that, and it really felt great.
Well, that was a stressful time. And I do want to touch on that.
Not just with the customer, but just the issues with the site and everything else, and the team. It wasn't just customer issues; it was team issues too.
And I want to say, if you are new and this was your first sale, we have had problems with sales in the past, but not to this extent. And I want you guys to know that when there are issues within something that that's out of Scentsy's control, they always vow to make it right. They always do something. That's why they offered the ornament on the first day. But I know it was frustrating, and I don't want to be negative, and just know that I promise that is not how we normally operate. And stick with it, because I promise that things will be amazing from here on out. Hopefully. But really. Okay, so aside from the sale, back to the topic. We are in a business that is really pretty difficult in reality, especially if you're working it hard. And if you are working a full-time job, or you have kids or whatever, and then trying to be devoted to the business, it can be stressful, because you're never really walking away from the business. You either have customers blowing your phone up, or if you have a team that you can't just leave hanging. Even if you go on vacation, there's messages happening, and you're always connected to your business in some point of way. It's hard to walk away. So one thing that I'm going to do this Christmas season, and I hope you don't all judge me and hate me for this, but I want to really start implementing this, because I know after this December I'm going to be burnout. I know, like I said, and Jenna said, after last week we were totally burnt out. If you stay in that burnout place and you keep going, and it becomes negative. It becomes super negative, and that is not a good place to be at all. So know that if you are there, you are not alone. We have all gone through it. We're going through it. We've been there. It's really hard to work for yourself. It's hard to get up and say that, I want to do this every day. I want to be successful. Remind yourself of your goals. That takes a lot to say that. It's very courageous. You guys are after some amazing things. It will all be worth it, but it's draining. It's not the easiest thing to do. So be proud of yourself that you're already doing that. I plan on taking a break through the holiday season, a complete 100% break where I am going to be fully expect an email, because I am going to be sending out an email to the team saying that essentially I'm going to be blacked out. Like, you can have the team page, you guys can have each other, but from Christmas Eve until I get back from the leadership trip, which is going to be January 13th, like, I will not really be available. My customers, I'm going to put a default email, like a vacation email on there, directing them to my website and letting them know if they make a purchase during that time that they will get a free gift with purchase. I'm going to let you guys know if you need anyone. If Tiff and Jenna are not doing the same thing, that you can reach out to them or the other leaders we have within our team. But at the same time, while I am taking this break, I am not leaving my business high and dry. My mindset is just shifting. Being in the new year, and while I just said that it doesn't have to be the new year, but starting on the 23rd, my mindset is going to be figuring out what do I need to accomplish in this next year. I am still going to work my honey off in that regards. But because I will be taking that strict 2 weeks off, I'm working my butt off now leading up to it, and I'm already fully preparing my January for it as well. Jenna is a huge advocate of this, but you should always be working your business in a 2-month time span, your now and your next month. Because if you complete December and you get to January 1st and you're like, oh, well, crap, I don't have any bookings.
December, you're focusing on January.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we're focusing on February. I'm open to booking parties in February too, but this month I'm focusing on January. And another thing, I want to backtrack just a second. Starting in the new year, how you look back and reflect on what you did and what you could do different. I always pull up the performance tab or the performance tab and run a report to see what my PRV was last January, or I just literally a couple minutes ago I pulled up to see what I did last November, because I always want to one-up it. You know, I don't want to do the same. I want to do more. So, you know, look to, I don't know, if you sold 2,000, try pushing 3 in the following November. See, because you can build off of what went well, what you should have did different, where you need to focus your time, and stuff like that.
I think too, also that's an awesome idea. And if you have a team, look back at your December, January from last year, see what your team numbers were, how many recruits did your team have, and kind of same thing. I love that idea.
That's my goal. So I was looking back, and I don't know, let's say I had 10 recruits last November. I want to make it 10 the following, or 20 the following. Always want to try to double it.
So this whole mental health break and figuring out, it is definitely something that you guys can do too. If you're a newer consultant and you joined in the last couple months, that doesn't mean that your holiday season leading up to it wasn't equally stressful. You're just starting a new business. If you literally are brand new and you just started in the last couple of weeks and you don't need that kind of a break, then that's totally okay, and you can use that time to just look back at trainings, go on in the training center or the workstation, still map out your 2016. But if you've been doing this for a while now, then you really should take this kind of a break, because coming into January, if you try to hit it hard, you're just going to get burnt out. Because I see a lot of people go into the new year and they have plans, and then it just bottoms out. In January, they end up taking a break. And then February, they're all burnt out because January, it's this awful cycle. So I really, really encourage everybody to take some sort of break. And especially, I mean, it's the holidays. You should be with your families anyway, and I think that in itself. But when I mean this type of break, I'm going to get to in a second. But what I personally am going to be envisioning during these weeks off, and this was kind of like the different mindset, is I'm going to be making sure that I am planning to dream. What do I want? What are my personal goals out of my business, and what do I want for my family in 2016? I'm going to plan that all out. I'm going to visualize what my business and my brand looks like. I'm going to think about what I want my customers to experience in the coming year. Where am I falling short? What can I improve on? Team-wise, what can I improve on? So it's not necessarily a shutdown, but it is to the relational side of things. Now, obviously, I don't think I go a day without texting Tiff or Jenna, so they are my friends, because lots of you guys are. I'm just gonna say, don't talk sense to me. But so to the relational aspect of that stuff, I'm going to be shut down. It's a time for you to plan, to refocus, realign what you want out of the next year so you can start January off really well and start putting your goals into motion. You should already be, well, we kind of talked about that, but how are you going to promote January? How are you going to do Bring Back My Bar? How are you going to advertise? How are you going to support your team if you have them? And how are you going to build the relationships you have or gain new relationships? Tiffany and Jenna, when you guys have lost your passion and have gotten burnout, what do you guys personally do to get that back?
Ooh.
Because I know
you should start.
Yeah. It's been there.
I've been there a lot. I do that, but I find it's when I
didn't mean it like that. I thought we were talking about something else.
No, I'll go off that. Don't worry. I find that it's happened to me before, where it's like I have nothing on the books, I have nothing on the calendar, nothing coming up, and I'm just like, I don't feel like doing it. That's my problem. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And I find that the more I stay out of Scentsy and stay away from events or parties or the group pages or any like being nosy on other people's pages, because I do that too, the more I put that off and put it off and put it off and pretty much just be lazy and make excuses for myself. I'm not going to lie. It's what I did. The longer I go, the longer it takes me to get back. But I really have to reevaluate my why and just get back into it. Or I have Beth being like, what are you doing? And then I feel bad being like, I want you guys to do this. And then I'm sitting at home being like, I ain't doing it. So that's basically like, I have to throw myself back into it because I know what my final goal is for it. And that's not going to get me anywhere if I'm just sitting around being like, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. I can talk a good game all I want, but if I'm sitting there talking to myself, watching General Hospital, what's it going to do for me? So I have to like literally throw myself into it and make myself do it.
Makes sense. If you show up, you go up.
And I also want to tell you guys, with Kristen talking about how she's going to be taking the break and she's coming back after the leadership cruise, I will not be going on the leadership cruise as we all thought I was going to. So I will be here for that time. Mainly because, and here's my big announcement for the night, I have been laxed from my own group page and from the other group pages because I am pregnant. So therefore, I have been very...
Why is it always so hard to say? I always feel silly saying that.
I have been very tired.
It's like telling your mom that you got your period for the first time. I don't know why.
So I've been really tired, so I'm kind of taking it as like that was my break. So I'll be here. I'm not going on the cruise. Woo! So, but Jenna, you go now because I'm embarrassed.
Nothing to be embarrassed.
I love my screen keeps on flashing back to you too. All right. When I get in a rut, what do? I do a lot of things, depending on how I got into that rut, whether it's I'm not booking parties from a party, or my calendar's not looking the way it wants to, or if it's missing a PRV goal or a recruiting goal. I remember one month specifically, I can't remember the exact month it was, but I missed my PRV goal and I missed my recruiting goal, and it was because I was just being lazy and I wasn't doing what I knew I had to do. But I was talking to Esther, and I was just so angry that I let myself just slip into that little, I don't even know what to call it, but I just got into this little tunnel, and I stayed in there, and I just didn't work my business like I know I can. So the following month, I recruited my ass off, and I smoked my PRV goal, but that's to me just, I just don't like missing goals. That's why I put things down on paper, and once I do it, I cross it off. I like the feeling accomplished, crossing things off my list. But
You just led perfectly into my next point.
You know, and then if I miss, if I get into that rut, I go on. You got Facebook at the tip of your fingers. Use it. I really don't understand how, and I might sound mean saying this, but I don't get how some people. I'm going to sound mean saying it, so I'm just not even going to say it.
Right? The truth.
I just need to. I'm thinking it. You might know what I'm thinking, but you have 30 days in most months, sometimes 31, to collect $150 in orders. And some of you might think that's easy for Kristen and Tiff or me or some other people.
It still work.
But, you know, I go out there. I still message religiously every night 3 people. Following up. I'm not messaging them, hey, buy some Scentsy. I'm messaging them to see, hey, how are you making out? How are things going in your personal life? I might slip in there, you know, how are you making out with your Scentsy, stuff like that. But I'm still following up. So if I'm in a rut, I'm just going to follow up with more people. I might even get on the phone, which I can't stand doing just because I feel like I'm a blabbing idiot sometimes. But I'll call a couple people, and if they say no, which will happen, all right, no doesn't mean no forever, but it just means no, now's not a good time. It's not going to stop me from asking you the following month. I have been following up with this potential hostess for a little while now, and we did have her party scheduled, and the kids got sick, so we had to cancel. But guess what? I'm going to get her to book for January, February. Even better, because those are slow months. So did I need her to have a party in November? No, I really didn't. I would prefer a party in December, January, February. They're tougher months. But getting out of that rut, you've got to look for that no, because you're going to get that yes. So, and I know you've heard that before, but if you're struggling getting the 150, what aren't you doing to get that 150? Because that's a couple 6-packs of bars or a couple warmers, a couple gifts. It's really not as hard as you think. You just got to get out of your comfort zone and ask.
And I think, honestly, the more that you hop on trainings like this, the more that you go to team functions, that you sign up for World Tour, the more that you do those things, not necessarily the easier, but like things are just going to happen naturally because you're going to be naturally motivated and you're going to constantly be having ideas that are going to get you working your business. So I really think that that is a huge part. You still have to do the effort.
So sorry if any of you took offense to me saying I don't get the 150. I mean, I know people work. I know people get busy. But hey, guess what? Most of us have kids. Most of us don't just sit home. Like, I don't ever just sit home. I never have a free day.
There is nothing wrong with taking a month off and not having sales, right? If you are intentionally doing it. But if you're going to come back and then complain, that's different. If you're up to cancel and you don't want to be canceling.
The effort that you're putting into complaining that you can't get 150 in PRV or in orders is what you should be putting towards getting that 150. And like I said, I open this up to my team. I will open it up to your teams if you want. I don't care, but I am more than willing to sit down with you, meet with you, do a phone chat, and come up with ways to get these orders or recruit or book parties, anything. I don't mind helping.
And I know that for TIFs and my teams, that same thing is open for our girls because here's the thing. At this point, our teams are getting, and this is not meant to come off in a wrong way, but like there's a lot of people. And we can't reach out to everybody.
For one of us to handle all of it.
So, but if you need specific help with something, and we are not coming to you in that week or that day, come to us, and we will drop everything. I promise to help you because we
all have different personalities. We all have different strategies. So maybe some of our personalities don't click, but you might click with Tiff or Kristen better than you might click with me. I mean, I won't take offense to it. But we also have different ideas, you know. Kristen might go about booking a party differently than Tiff does.
But I also hail down to Jenna because she's a master. So
I'm not by any means a master of booking parties. I'm telling you, these diffusers have booked parties.
But it's all in listening. You can listen and listen and listen, and if you're not actually putting into place what Jenna says, it's her 3 people every day. If you're not putting that into place, and she's telling you that that works, try it out.
And at parties, I multitask like a mother. I am not only explaining the product and I'm listening to what people are liking, but I'm listening to their personal conversations and what's going on in their life. Because if certain keywords pop up, I'm writing on the back of their enter my drawing slip, she mentioned that she needs money or she likes going out on doing stuff like this because this is her only night out or her only free time. Those are keywords to me. So she might not have written or mentioned at all during the party that she was interested in hosting, but guess what? I am going to follow up with her and ask if she'd like to host. And then when she said, oh, yeah, I'd love to host, well, you know what? Why don't we get you signed up and it could be your party?
Yeah.
You have to listen.
Tiff, is your phone blowing up?
A little bit. Not much, but a little bit.
All right, so we got kind of sidetracked. So just that was really good, though. And Jenna, I'm really glad that you brought all that up. So this kind of gets back to where we were before, but still into that. Like I said, we all have stints where we haven't been good at being present in our businesses. And if you look back at those stints, if you're not doing anything, right? Like for me, my personal motivation when I am unmotivated is to read books about direct sales, do training, seek out extra help. And if I'm not doing those things on a regular basis, then honestly, my business isn't that fruitful. So the more I do that on a consistent basis, the more consistent I am with my business, because that's where I'm putting my focus. So honestly, if you look at your year, your future year, learn to pick a topic that you want to learn more about, whether it be social media marketing. Beth Hughes she has realized that is something that she really wants to work on, and she is watching trainings nonstop lately, and she is putting it into practice, because that's the other thing. You can't just do all the training and not do anything with it. If you want to learn more about recruiting, or you want to focus on hosting, like you have so many resources at your fingertips that there is no excuse that you cannot put your focus on that, because whatever you put your focus on, you will see that change and you will see the growth in your business. So whatever is important to you, set your sights on that. Again, if you show up every day and you are consistent, you will go up. You will have success. It is a no-brainer. It happens every time. So while I am saying to focus on your mindset of your business and what you want in your personal goals, it is also important to set goals that are like business related in regards to your PRV, your team, your recruiting goals. So definitely set those, because in reality, we got where we are today because we have built teams, and if you do want to make big money, it is important that your business depends on how well you build your team and how well they build their team. So if that is something you are looking forward to, definitely set your goals on that and do some training on that. We are planning on doing a leadership program this year. I know Jen and I tried to start one this summer. That was just...
We did. We had a lot of... I think it was great. We were off to a great start, but then we had the issue with a tornado, and then I was sick that month.
There's a lot going on.
Summertime, so it just everything went...
We've met some people at boot camp that had some great leadership programs, so we definitely are revamping it, and it's going to be really, really good. So we're going to be doing that again this winter. And I highly encourage, if you have big goals and you want to do things, participate in that. It'll be huge for your business, for promoting, and then even your monthly PRV goals. And side note on that, your PRV goals don't have to be, I'm going to do 2,000 every single month. You can look at, what do I have going on this month? Is $1,000 doable? The new catalog comes out in March. That's going to be a big month for sales. Like, look at each month and set realistic, but still goal-worthy PRV goals. So all in all, down to the nuts and bolts of it, January can be an amazing month. If you take a good, healthy mental break, you're going to have success. So like I said, visualize, figure out your goals, figure out what it is that you want. Bring Back My Bar can really help you do amazing things in January. So either if Jenna makes a post about the samplers, hit up on that. If you have the funds to do so, get the full set. It'll be worth it. You can set up a sniff and smell party at your house for a girls' night, book parties off of that, or you can suggest one of those to your friends. So there's definitely ways to get parties. February will be 10% off month as we gear up for the new catalog, so you have that going for potential hosts. And then the new catalog will be in March, and who doesn't love a new catalog?
Me.
New
So
I'm sorry. There should be. You could easily have. You need to have an open house.
absolutely.
Because that's going to get you at least a $500 party.
Absolutely. Last chance
You
first.
get catalog early, go to World Tour.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
Ian, Jen, and I saw some awesome things when we were at boot camp. So there are some big things coming that you guys will enjoy.
I forgot about that. I totally forgot about that. My lips are sealed because I did not like their threat.
Yeah. Do not ask us because we cannot say anything, but there are some awesome things coming. But so overall, just look at 2016. Keep in mind, what are you going to do? I know I'm super excited for what's coming. Our team has some serious momentum going right now, guys. We, just to put this in perspective, last December, I think we had 42 girls. Now we're at 92 girls, so we have more than doubled our team size. And
I'm talking about doubling, last year's thing.
Absolutely.
Totally possible.
Yeah. And so I can tell you last December, we did not have the same amount of momentum as our team has right now. So many of you are having amazing months. You guys are recruiting like crazy. And then January is only going to be that much more amazing with the sale, with the Bring Back My Bar sale, and then the join special as well. So it's really fun watching all of you guys accomplish so much. I think seeing that we had 15 promotions in November in itself is a huge sign of what's to come for our team. And the fact that we have a new director is pretty damn awesome, too. A new pregnant director.
Yeah, right? That's why I'm going to work my butt off and set my goals, because every single one of you should have a goal. Even if it's small, even if it's like, I want to go on a $200 shopping spree. Even if it's...
I think that's why most of us are successful, is because we set goals.
Mm-hmm. Set the goal, because my goal is going to be, whether Steve knows it or not, I want to work from home and have Sensi be the reason that I can. Because let's face it, daycare, I'm not paying $300 a week. I'm not doing it.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's $300 a week, and that's for like an at-home. Like, I'm not doing it.
No.
No.
You guys can totally do it. Tiff, I know you can do it. If you guys need help setting your goals and breaking down your goals to figure out what that means that you have to do monthly, message any of us, and we will help you guys get there. We will continue doing these calls monthly because I think that they are a good use of our time. I think that they're provide really good information for our teams, and it helps keep you guys motivated. If there are
all meetings are this long either.
No, yeah, we went extra long tonight. Sorry. Topics you guys want to hear, let us know. But like I said, we're really going to focus on recruiting and hostessing and hostess coaching in the new year, because those are the fundamentals to the business. And if you get the fundamentals down pat, your business is only going to skyrocket from there. So I'm good. Do you guys have anything else to say?
No.
Even new girls, set those goals.
Yes.
Whether it's I want to reach certified by this time, do it.
Absolutely. Tiff, any closing words?
No, just feel free to reach out. I mean, I know I've talked to some people, they go, well, I didn't want to bother you.
We're not
bothering them. This is our job.
This is what we want to do.
Yeah, like if I didn't want you to bother me, I wouldn't have a team of 34 people.
Right.
I would have never recruited my first person if I didn't want people to bother me. I'd rather you bother me, because then I take away from answering the phone at the doctor's office.
I like Sensi messages. Message me on Facebook, hit me up on the cell. I like it. I don't mind it. Because a lot of times, they're typically great questions, and sometimes I don't know, so I learn something new along with you.
Well, there's also, I don't think, anything more rewarding than knowing that someone
is working their business, because by you having questions is letting me know that you're actually doing something with your business, instead of sitting there and going, well, I can't get any orders. Have you asked anyone? Have you done anything to get the orders or the business? There's lots of ways to do it.
Exactly.
Guys, I hope everyone has an amazing holiday. if you can, make it to the team party because we're gonna have fun. And but otherwise, happy holidays. And we will see you guys all next year in 2016.
That is crazy that you're even saying that.
Right?
I
Like
know.
a year ago. Where'd last January go? Like,
I don't know. I don't even remember what happened last January.
all right, guys.
Let's see.
Have a wonderful night, and we will see you all later.
All right.
See ya.
Bye.